Good morning, YouTube. DJ Dre back on the set on the Money Mix Show. Back over here at the Money Table. I hope you enjoyed that DJ set. We're going to jump right in. Start up where we left off yesterday. And I don't know if you can remember, but yesterday we were talking about, let me jump over here to my Robinhood screen. And let me show you real quick. First of all, my disclosure, make sure you read the disclosure down at the bottom about how I'm not a professional financial advisor and you need to consult your own. You know, this particular show is for entertainment purposes, but you may learn something. Just make sure you read that throughout the show just to clarify any legal situations that might be going on YouTube. All right, with that said, let's get on with the show. All right. Right now, this is our account. We started a few days ago. We dropped $1,000 in the account, and we are down to $989. Up a little bit from yesterday, but still down. If you notice right now, the screen is black, okay? Black screen means that I cannot make any trades. But if you notice, my amount up top is still ticking, it's still changing. You might ask, why is that? Why is the ticker still changing, but the screen is black and I can't make any trades? Well, on Robinhood and most professional broker institutions, we are called retail traders. I am a retail trader. You guys out there, the little man, we are called retail traders. And unfortunately, retail traders cannot trade after hours. And after hours is when the stock market closes at 4 p.m. and it does not open back up again until tomorrow morning. We can't trade during those times. But if you notice, my amount is still changing. Why is that? Because institutional traders, hedge fund companies, larger companies, they have the ability to trade overnight. Now, if I was to place a trade right now, it would not go in immediately. It would only activate when the stock market opened up in the morning. So that's the kind of negative thing about being a retail trader. You know, it's a negative thing, but just the fact that we're allowed to be in the game is positive. So that's one of the drawbacks that we have to deal with. After 4 p.m., you're kind of stuck in whatever stocks that you have in your portfolio. They may go down overnight, they may go up overnight, but in a sense, you are stuck until the next morning. Even your stop losses will not kick in overnight. Now, you're probably saying, Dre, like, wow, I thought you said if you put a stop loss on that it was good, it was going to protect my money. Well, it does protect your money, but overnight, your stock cannot be sold as a retail trader. Now, the good news about that is because the market is closed to all the retail traders and a whole lot of more traders out there, the volume of activity on the stock market is not as great overnight or during the off hours. Thus, your stocks don't typically move that much. Once the market opens up in the morning, if you did put a stop loss in and your stock happened to, if one of your stocks happened to fall below your stop loss overnight, it will activate and trigger immediately when the stock market opens in the morning. Now, that's a good thing too, because a lot of people is in the same situation and their stop losses will kick in too. So by your stop loss kicking in as soon as that market opens, that can save you a lot of more headaches, a lot more money, because a lot of people's stop losses are going to kick in at the same time, and that particular stock that you have invested in will drop even further real fast if it came down overnight. So I hope you got what I just said. If not, just rewind it back. You know, that's a good thing about this. We can always rewind it back. All right. Yesterday we was talking about the watch list. Okay, I was telling y'all about the watch list and the importance on having a watch list. And the watch list is stocks that we are looking at, that we are evaluating, that we don't currently own, but stocks that we're keeping an eye on just in case one of our stocks go bad, go sour, go left, ain't looking too good. Or even if our stocks are doing good, perhaps they're not doing good enough and you see something in your watch list that's doing a whole lot better. Well, with that said, I have a stock on my watch list that I talked about yesterday. This particular company right here, SanDisk Corporation. We talked about that yesterday. And if you look today, they went up 5.53%, which is excellent, $21. And overnight, they went up another $7.68, 1.88% overnight. Now, should we jump on that stock? I will have to tell you, I do have that in my other portfolio, and this stock has been doing well for quite some time. I'm looking at 3 months, and 3 months is up 209%. But this was last year. The reason why I didn't put this particular stock into our portfolio right now, into this new portfolio that I set up specifically for this channel, is because typically stocks that go up a whole lot in one calendar year, when the year crosses over to a new one from 2025 to 2026, normally those stocks like SanDisk, this SanDisk Corporation, which I consider to be a momentum play, normally those stocks turn around. They might level off, or they might even start to take a downturn. So because it's early in the year, I kind of paused on it, kind of waiting to see which direction it was going to go before I actually put it into the account that I set up just for this channel. And right now, after looking at the performance that it's been doing in the first part of the year, we're at January 15th, and it still seems to be doing pretty good. So next upcoming Monday, we may consider selling one of our stocks that's not looking too good and bringing in that particular stock, because in this stock market game, this one thing I can assure you, we in it for the long haul. But if you can get rich or wealthier faster, that's more the merrier. If you can become a thousandaire before you turn 30 or before you turn 40, instead of waiting for 50 and 60, that's more the merrier. And you probably say, what's a thousandaire? Well, a thousandaire, in my opinion, my definition of a thousandaire is anyone that has hundreds of thousands of dollars in the account, preferably $500,000 or more. I consider you being a thousandaire. There's nothing wrong with being a thousandaire. We got plenty of millionaires out there, but there's nothing wrong with being a thousandaire. Right now, a lot of us out there watching are probably hundredaires. That means we only got access to hundreds of dollars instead of thousands of dollars. So my goal right now is to be a solid thousandaire. I worry about being a millionaire later, but right now my goal is just to be a solid thousandaire, and this can definitely get you there real quick. So with that said, let's jump back over here to our stocks and see how they are performing for these first couple days. We're only like a few days in. We're looking at Google. Google, I can tell you, we're going to leave that alone because Google has been rock solid for me. Right now, it has been down. This is our portfolio right now. My total return for Google is minus 1.39%. See if you can see that right here. We have lost a total of $4.69 with Google this particular week. So we're down with Google. But, hey, we in this for the long haul. Don't panic. We're not getting rid of Google, okay? Let me see what the other stocks are doing, because I may want to switch one of these out for SanDisk on Monday. Now, Apple, another stock that we hold. Apple is a rock-solid company. They don't go up a lot real fast, but they don't go down either. Right now, this week, the total return on Apple, we're down in Apple too. We're down $2.51. since we started this investment a couple days ago. So, two of our stocks are already down. So it's not looking too good, but once again, don't panic. Like I said earlier, when we purchased these stocks, the day we actually purchased the stocks, the market was up pretty good. And I purchased the stocks anyway for the sake of this show. But normally, I only purchase stocks when they are in the red. Or if they're in the green, they are down ticking in the green. You never want to purchase stocks, even if it's just, a little bit in the green. I'd never purchase a stock. I won't say never, but I rarely purchase a stock when it's in the green, because a little bit of money can be a lot depending on how much you're playing with. If you're buying 30 shares, a few dollars here and there can mean a lot. Unlike our portfolio right now, we're not buying a whole lot of shares. We're only dealing with one share, so we're not down too much. But had we bought 30 shares, we would be down a whole lot more money. Just keep that in mind. It's all about the percentages in this game. It's not necessarily about the dollar amount. It's about the percentage amount. Okay, let's go to MU. MU, Micron Technology. Let's see where they're at. They're also down. We're down in so far 3 of our 4 stocks. We're down $1.98 in MU as well. And now let's go down to our last stock, which is Walmart. Walmart up here. Let's see. Our last one. Walmart down today as well. And we're also down in Walmart, but only down 38 cents in Walmart. So currently, all 4 of our stocks are down. Now I want to show you a screen real quick, a screenshot, a few of these stocks that are in my other portfolio, and I want to show you where Google is. Google, as of this screenshot, which I took the day that I started this particular channel, I was up 49% in Google. So Google served me well. Apple, I was only up 10.9%, and this was through last year, okay? And Micron Technology, I was up 85%. This was a 3-month graph from last year. So if I look at that graph from last year on my other portfolio and I say, well, I don't really want to get rid of Micron because it's doing pretty good. Until I see that particular stock turn, I'm definitely going to hold on to that. Google as well, rock solid company, only was up 49% in those 3 months, but still good. Apple, one to think about, only up 10%. I may decide to sell Apple soon and switch Apple out for one of my picks on the watch list. And this is how you make money in the market faster than slower. Mostly all these stocks, if they're good stocks, are going to go up, but how fast are they going to go up? How long is it going to take you to get to your goal? So Apple is on the hot seat right now. Out of the 4 shares that we have, Apple may be on the hot seat. Apple is down in our portfolio, and in my other portfolio, I'm only up 10% in Apple. 10% is not a lot to be up in a 3-month period. And we're currently down 0.95%. So we're down 1% over here. That's because we just purchased these this week. Okay, are you following me? Like I said earlier, if you don't follow me, definitely hit the rewind button, Just rewind it back and look at it again so you can kind of keep up. Now, so on Monday, when the market opens up again on Monday, today is Friday. So on Monday, when we open back up, we may determine to sell Apple. Now, normally I'll hold a stock for a month before I do anything with it. But I've already been holding these in another portfolio, and I know the performance of them and the history of them pretty good. So for the sake of this particular channel and this portfolio, and I want you guys to make money as quick as possible, we may sell Apple on Monday and switch it out for SanDisk. We may. We're going to evaluate that over the weekend, and we're going to see where that play comes in on Monday. Like I showed you yesterday, my particular chart that I use, I break my portfolio up 100%. I break it down individual stocks. I normally carry 3 to 4, all 20% a piece. Cryptocurrency 10%, and my high risk stock 10%. So we may swap Apple out and throw SanDisk in there as a high risk stock. Okay, so we may not put the entire amount on there, but at least 10% of our portfolio we may put on SanDisk, and we might leave the other part on Apple or evaluate something else. I hope you're following me there. I hope I'm not going a little bit too fast or confusing anyone, but that's pretty much what I wanted to show y'all guys today. I don't want to pack too much into these shows. I don't want it to be too overwhelming because it's a lot to learn, and we're going to take our time. We're going to just go through this methodically and take our time. We're not going to rush this game. We in it for the long haul, and we're going to take our time, and I'm going to try to show y'all different techniques, different methods to increase your wealth, to get started in the stock market, man. Because, hey, if you're not in this game, trust me, if you're not in this game, and this is the easiest game in my opinion, I'm an entrepreneur, like I said earlier. I have a barbershop, I have a clothing store, I have a print business, a recording studio, and let me tell you, if I knew about this stock market years ago, the way I do now, I wouldn't have opened up half of those other businesses. I would have took that startup money and put it all into the stock market, because the returns over here in the market are so much greater, and you don't have to work for it, man. You let the businesses, you let the market work for you. So with that said, I want to thank y'all for checking out this show. Make sure y'all back at the Money Table Monday. We're going to have a nice jam-packed show for y'all on Monday. We possibly may switch out some stocks, try to up our ante on some of these stocks that we got. And we're going to teach y'all a little bit more about how navigating this Robinhood app is. Robinhood app got a lot going on, and we're just really brushing the surface. We haven't even dug anywhere into it yet. We're just touching it a little bit, just trying to get y'all feet wet, just trying to get y'all in the game so that you can experience, so that you can have a little bit of fun. And after a minute, you're going to be addicted to this, man, and you're going to be making some good money and picking some good stocks. So once again, I want to thank y'all for checking out the Money Mix Show. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure you check out the Money Mixes as well, man. Go back and check out the reruns of the Money Mix when I'm over here on them turntables, blessing y'all with that early morning DJ set. Make sure you check them out as well, because that is an intricate part of this show as well. So once again, I want to thank y'all, and I will see you on Monday. Let's go.